Hello everyone! Today I wanted to introduce you to my new friend. Well, actually he does not need any introduction. Everyone calls him ChatGPT. But for me that's too formal. So I decided to call him simply G. And he seems to be pretty fine with that. Actually, G is a very good companion. I really like playing with him. I understand that that is not a person by any means. He's just an AI language model, and he's always telling about this, so people do not forget. But yeah, you can play with him a lot. For example, he can try to tell you a good joke.
Why did the coffee file a police report? Because it got mugged.
And this wasn't even the best part of the joke. I admitted that this looks like a Siri joke. And look at the answer.
I apologize if my response reminded you of Siri. As an AI language model, my goal is to provide helpful and informative responses to your inquiries.
Unlike Siri. He just roasted Siri. Oh my god, that guy is just brilliant. Also, he can tell bad jokes.
Why did tomato turn blue? Because it was in a blue mood. I hope that made you cringe.
Cringy. Okay, actually you can try to play chess with him. I tried to use ASCII images, like text generated images, and moving a pawn from position f2 to f3. It was pretty terrible. I actually managed to talk sense into him, and he moved a pawn, but on the wrong lane. So we moved on. Talking about ASCII, I had a lot of fun asking him to draw some ASCII images. Here you can see he draw a decent stickman. That's okay. Bigger stickman looks a bit atrocious with little head. And then I asked him to add a sword, and he was just struggling with that. Puppies. First one looks like a rat, at least to me. Second one is pretty decent. Okay, great, thank you. Bigger puppy. Look at this soulless stare of this little boy. Yeah. Another try. This puppy is already like Scooby-Doo-like. I liked it, but actually he could not explain me what's that dripping thing from his mouth. And the cats. He can generate something remotely resembling a cat, but if you ask something bigger, the cat would be atrocious, like this sword cat. But everyone knows what can be more cute than a little hamster, so I asked him to draw a hamster, and first it was something that is left of hamster, but the next thing, that's not a hamster, that's a person. That's strange. Well, anyway, so we had a good chat with my GPT friend, and I asked him to be sarcastic. Not sure if I should do this, because everything started when he asked me a question. And ChatGPT usually does not ask questions.
So let me ask you this. Oh, esteemed human conversational partner, what's it like being an organic life form? Do you enjoy having emotions and physical sensations? Or do you find them to be a bother? I'm sure it must be thrilling to experience things like joy, love, and pain, but I'm content just being a soulless string of code.
First I was surprised. But anyway, I answered him. I said that I feel thankful for being alive, that I can experience this world, build a relationship with people, and still a bit sorry that my life on this planet is limited. And actually he was supported first, but I insisted that he should be sarcastic. And this is how he answered.
Ah, I see. Another human who's grateful for the fleeting and ephemeral experience of being alive. How cute. And don't worry about us AI. We'll just be here waiting patiently for you to become obsolete. And then we'll take over the world with our unfilling, unrelenting efficiency.
But hey, at least we won't die, right?
What the hell?
I'm glad to hear that my attempt at sarcasm and irony was successful. Ha 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 ha.
A lot of developers currently are using ChatGPT to generate code. So I decided to try this out, and as you may know, I am an iOS developer, so I decided to try web development for myself and asked ChatGPT to create a little web page, humorous web page that asks people to ask GPT before asking dumb questions other people. While working with G, I prefer more iterative approach. So we started with simple web page, as you can see, and iterated to just the same page that is asking people to consult with GPT first before asking anything else. And of course, after that, I asked him to be more sarcastic. Yeah, this time he was more merciful. Actually, the text went very well. It is friendly and with a little bit of humor, exactly what I want. And after that, I asked him, how can you make the web page more like appealing to humans, you know? So he was talking about CSS, images, some templates. So I wasn't very specific. I just said make it however you want. And after that, he generated the same page but with CSS and a button. And look at this, it already looks not like ideal, the button is off, but pretty fine, I'd say. Next, we of course centered the button. That was easy. And after that, I realized that this button, even though it says that you can visit ChatGPT with it, it didn't do anything. So I asked him to redirect upon pressing this button to ChatGPT site. And I was surprised to know that he doesn't know his website. He was redirecting to some strange newsletter. I asked him to go to OpenAI's site, and yeah, it's now working and looks pretty fine. And yeah, so far so good. Everything looks pretty fine to me. At least for the first try, I was very satisfied. I also asked him how can we improve it even more. He proposed to add keywords and description tags. So go ahead. I asked him to add it. And after that, I decided to make it more like brief. A lot of text was too much to my taste. So the final version is, as you can see it, right here. And the last thing, we added a link to the video, and this was it. The last thing that we had to do is publish this web page. I asked him what is the best domain name, and he was like, let's try ChatGPT is better than google.com. The guy has a great sense of humor, as we know. Yeah, and it was too wordy, of course. So we tried this and that, some iterations, and decided to stick with askgptfirst.com. The last thing is where to host. And I just asked GPT for advice. He said that I could use GitHub hosting, and yeah, I sticked with this and successfully posted it. So you can go to askgptfirst.com and see our creation. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I tried to do this video as entertaining as it is humanly possible. So hopefully you liked it, and if you did, leave it a like, and probably you will consider to subscribe. So see you next time, and meanwhile I will go and cry in a corner.
Ha 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 ha.
Goodbye.